On July 24th, the wrestling world was hit with the shocking news that WWE Hall of Famer and pop culture icon Hulk Hogan had passed away at the age of 71. According to TMZ, he was dealing with cardiac issues. However, the news of Hogan's passing has been met with a wave of detractors, hateful comments, and trolling from a large section of the internet. So why, perhaps, is the most influential wrestler of all time being subjected to so much hate? Unfortunately, it has to do with Hulk's personal life, not his professional one. So today we take a look at what made certain fans in the wrestling world react so negatively to one of the pillars of the pro wrestling industry. The biggest and most influential scandal of Hogan's career was when he made recorded racist remarks that were revealed in 2015. An audio recording from a 2007 made public sex tape that Hogan did not know was being filmed was the pinnacle point of a lawsuit between Hogan and a well-funded legal team against Gawker Media, who reported and published the report of the secretly filmed sex tape, which captured him in a private rant about his daughter, Brooke Hogan, dating an African-American man. In that recording, Hogan repeatedly used a racial slur to emphasize his disgust at the idea of an interracial relationship. As reported at the time, the outburst was a candid expression of his personal bias in a private conversation and wasn't directed at any public figures or characters. After the tape leaked, WWE terminated Hogan's contract and removed him from its Hall of Fame page on their website. Hogan issued a public apology, calling his language offensive and inconsistent with his own beliefs, and later defended himself by saying that the word had been used casually among friends in his Tampa neighborhood, an explanation that many former and present colleagues publicly disputed. He was eventually reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2018, but the incident remains the most damaging blot on his legacy. He was criticized by many for not apologizing directly and personally to black wrestlers in the WWE ranks. Hogan came under fire politically for supporting divisive celebrity turned provocative politician Donald Trump, appearing at the Republican National Convention wearing a MAGA shirt. His open alignment with Trump, who is, as we mentioned, a divisive figure, divided fans and led to him being jeered at public appearances, most notably during the January 2025 Netflix premiere of WWE Raw, where he was loudly booed unrelentingly by the crowd in California. Coincidentally, this was his last appearance on TV for WWE before his unfortunate passing. The Hulkster has also been charged with multiple court cases in the past. One notorious one took place in 1985 in a lawsuit from TV host Richard Belzer when he accidentally injured the talk show host applying a chokehold to him on live television. Other than that, he's also been involved in the 1990 steroid scandal against Vince McMahon and previously mentioned in the Gawker lawsuit. He's also had a tumultuous personal life owing to troubled relationships with his ex-wife Linda, where he had been accused of cheating on her with her daughter Brooke Hogan's friend. His divorce from Linda in 2007 became highly publicized. Hogan denied these accusations, but his public reputation suffered due to the extensive tabloid coverage of the entire divorce proceeding. Within pro wrestling, Hogan has been criticized by fans, fellow wrestlers, and industry insiders alike for maybe his backstage politics within various wrestling promotions he's performed for. In WWE, he had a massive amount of influence, especially during the Hulkamania WrestleMania boom period in the 80s, and some claimed he refused to lose clean in a lot of matches. It's also worth noting he was the major draw for WWE at the time. There was a disputed 2002 title change where Hogan, at the age of 50, was now going to win the undisputed WWE Championship off Triple H, though it's been reported that Triple H was down for switching the title. Hogan's big dream match against Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 2005 was also heavily criticized as the Heartbreak Kid turned heel just to suffice reported needs of Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan never paid back with a rematch, and Shawn Michaels oversold Hogan's offense in the big match, giving him the win. During his time in WCW, Hogan was also criticized for his creative control clause in his contract, effectively giving him veto power over the outcomes of his big matches. Creative booker Vince Russo later claimed that Hogan routinely used his power to avoid clean losses and had major control of his angles. For example, at the much criticized Bash at the Beach show in 2000, Hogan insisted he must win the title from Jeff Jarrett, leading to Russo to conspire a fake dusty finish and Hogan's on-air firing. Hogan himself has downplayed these reports. In a 2024 interview with Logan Paul, he denied ever involving his creative control, claiming, quote, "I had creative control, I never used it the whole time." Hogan, along with Russo and Bischoff, were heavily criticized for TNA Wrestling's declining quality in the 2010s. This year, along with Eric Bischoff, he co-founded the legitimate wrestling promotion Real American Freestyle, a nod to his entrance theme and overall mystique. The promotion's first show was scheduled for August, but ticket sales reportedly had been soft, and the concept is being derided by some fans. Critics pointed to Hogan's controversial past, including the racist remarks and his public alliance with Donald Trump, as reasons for the skepticism. Some fans find Real American branding to be a bit problematic, especially in the current political climate, which, as we said, is divisive. So despite his illustrious career as one of the biggest names ever in pro wrestling, the controversies in and out of the ring have left Hulk Hogan with a complicated legacy and a divided fan base. But we must try to separate the man from the character. Even though Terry Bollea the Man has had many well-documented transgressions in his personal life, with many detractors to follow, there's no denying that Hulk Hogan's contributions to the industry of pro wrestling and WWE are undeniable. He was the first ever wrestler to become a household name in modern pop culture. He is a pop icon and coincidentally helped WWE become a global brand. This is why undoubtedly Hulkamania will live on forever. What you gonna do about it, brother?